This is more than just a midterm. This is more than just a video.
48 and a half!
This is a production.
Mr. Hensley once said, clash is temporary, cash is eternal. Less clash, more cash, which is why we'll be teaching you about budgeting, banking, and investing.
Mr. Landon, what even is budgeting?
Jesus, Zach, I didn't realize that stupid. I guess I'll explain budgeting. Let's say you have a $4,000 net paycheck. That means after tax. So $2,300 of that should go to housing, food, and transportation. $1,700 maybe savings, investing, or a remote cabin in the woods, chains to hold things down, or trash bags to move things.
So, Mr. Landon, remember yesterday how we were talking about budgeting? What if I wanted to spend my remaining money on a Lego Death Star?
Zach, stop with the stupid questions. I thought that was a yesterday thing.
Lucas, amazing point. Zach, use that small brain of yours. Why would you spend all $700 on Legos when you do other responsibilities like saving, investing, and what if there's an emergency? What if your goldfish needs a heart transplant? Okay, but back to saving and investing. If you're not comfortable investing your money for that small to potentially large risk, you can put it into a high yield savings account. Does anybody know what that is?
I do!
Damn it, Zach, what?
I know about banking and saving.
Oh, really? You think you're so smart? Get up here and teach it, boy.
High-yield savings accounts are one of the best options for banking because they offer high interest rates with low to no risk.
Mr. Landon, what are you doing?
I'm just watching Tic Tacs like you students.
Mr. Landon, I really need you to pay attention because this is really important. With interest rates at 2.9%, it's important to put your money somewhere where it belongs, not your floorboards or underneath your mattress where they will lose money over time.
But Zach, aren't there fees that come with high yield savings accounts?
Great observation, Lucas. It's important to look at all of the requirements that a high-yield savings account has. If you meet those requirements, then you are usually able to not pay any fees. This is a lot better than going to a normal savings account, which can only earn 0.01%.
So what are some good banks then, Zach?
Good question, Mr. Landon. A good bank to use is Capital One. They offer 3.4% APY, which is higher than inflation and way higher than standard 0.01% banks.
So Zach, remember yesterday we were talking about banking and credit unions? Well, I don't really trust credit unions. Can you give me more examples of banks?
Good question, Lucas. If you don't want to use a credit union, you can use SoFi. SoFi is an online bank that can earn up to 4.5% APY.
What if I don't trust banks to keep my money safe? I mean, look at what happened in 2008.
The banking failure of 2008 was indeed a tragedy. However, the government has put in place the FDIC, which can insure up to $250,000 in all of your bank accounts.
4.5%? Man, I want to get rich, man. Come on.
Hey, Adrian, if you want to earn more than 4.5%, you should put your money into the stock market. It has earned nearly 10% a year on average since it's been up. Does anyone know about the stock market?
I got this. Let's get rid of this junk.
Finally, someone competent.
Today we are going to talk about the basics of investing. First of all, we need to know the difference between an individual stock and a fund. For example, an individual stock like Tesla, when you buy it, is partial ownership of that company. Say you buy 100,000 shares of Tesla. That would make you 0.00313% owner of that company. A fund is a little different. It's like a collection of companies. An example of this is the Fidelity 500 Index Fund, which tries to replicate the S&P 500, which is a fund that holds the top 500 companies in the stock market.
So Lucas, how are we supposed to make money off of these stocks?
Amazing question, Mr. Landon. How it works is, say you have a stock that's worth $100, and say that stock goes up 10%. That means that if you were to sell that stock when it was up 10%, you would earn $10. Same applies to the funds. Say over the course of 30 years, that fund increases by 200%. That means that you earn 200% of whatever you put in. Also like to just add another thing that you guys should all know. Most of the time, it's better to just put your money into funds rather than individual stocks. That's because, on average, funds earn you back 10% annually, while stocks are a little bit more iffy. The thing is that even most professional investors can't beat the S&P 500. Yeah, sure, you might get super lucky and a stock might skyrocket, like you invest in Apple in 2010 situation, but that happens less often than you think. Now we're going to talk about retirement accounts. These function a little bit different than private investment portfolios. The thing about these is that you are defending yourself from taxes in the long run. With the Roth IRA, you are taxed beforehand and not when you pull out the money, and vice versa with the 401k. The thing that makes these better than a normal private investment portfolio is that your earnings are not taxed.
But Lucas, isn't that tax evasion?
I'm dumb. These accounts are made to be taxed as little as possible.
That means more money.
Alright guys, get out of my class, especially you, Zach.
Stupid teacher. All he does is make fun of me. I'm gonna make him pay.
Landon, are you okay? No. I'm in heaven now teaching finance.
Темная ночь, только пули свистят по степи, только ветер гудит в проводах, тускло звезды мерцают.